Hey guys, it's Mcthriftzie. Welcome back to my channel. So today we have a ship with me video. We have $789 in sales to ship out today, a total of 28 items. This is covering the last few days of sales. I would say 3-ish days of sales. My cost of goods for all 28 items were $53. So I spent $53 on all 28 items and turned everything into a total sale price of $789. So I'm very happy with that. Averaged out my sale price, my average sale price came out to $28 per item, which I'm also happy with. You guys know that for bread and butter items across the board, I do aim for an average sale price of $28. So we are right on target. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So our first sale to package up for today is by the brand Grady Zuger. I do believe this is a vintage piece or an older piece, maybe not 20 plus years old, but very cool nonetheless. That is why I picked it up at the Austin Goodwill outlet. I thought that the style and the embroidery was just one of a kind, and it also did look very high quality. It's 100% cotton, made in Peru, and it's a size 1X. So lots of sellable factors here, and you could really wear this, you could play on the Western style, or you could go more boho. You could even wear this to like a Renaissance festival. That would be really cute. And we are starting the video off out of tape. So yeah, I grabbed this dress from the Austin Goodwill bins a couple months ago. It has only been listed for about 3 weeks, I would say. Was that a couple months ago that I went to Austin? It was the end of September, early October, and this is end of October, so 1 month ago. I found this in Austin, and it's been listed for about 3 weeks. So relatively fast sale here. It did have quite a bit of interest on it. I think just because, like I was saying, it did have so much going for it, or it does have so much going for it. I had it listed at $45 and someone liked it, so my PosherVA sent them out an offer of $40 with discounted shipping, which was accepted, making my earnings $30 and my profit right around $28 on this dress. So I will keep an eye out for this brand in the future, especially if the piece has a lot going for it like this one did. Plus size, natural materials, very pretty high quality embroidery, and it had like frayed edges, a lot of interest to it. And like I was saying, it does cross over several different style categories, which always helps a piece to sell because it really broadens the audience that it will appeal to. Okay, next up we have a 3-item bundle. I do believe I received all 3 of these dresses from Courtney over at Magnolia Thrifts here on YouTube. Go give her channel a follow. She's so sweet and she has really fun thrift hauls and other types of videos. So this is Eloquii size 18. It's new with tags. And it has this really pretty green like garden print to it. Interesting sleeve, maxi length, so a more substantial piece, and it is brand new. So we love this. I have had this listed now for maybe like 3-4 months, so it has sat for a bit, but that is totally fine. I knew that this would sell eventually. I think I might wrap this one on its own and then the other 2 together. Eloquii is a brand that I do like to sell, but I would say I have gotten a little bit pickier with it over the years. The piece does have to have lots of sellable factors for me to list it. Like this is maxi length, really pretty print, new with tags. So yeah, all of those reasons were why I got that listed. Okay, second is this brand La Ligne. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have sold this main line before, La Ligne, the brand, but this dress is in collaboration with Target. And it has a really pretty, is that like a bishop sleeve, floral print. Once again, this is either midi or maxi length, and then the chest is fully smocked. So a lot happening with this dress as well. It's a size 2X, which is excellent. I love this base color. It's like a rust. This is so pretty for fall time. Okay, so that's our second piece. And then lastly is this Old Navy dress. If an Old Navy piece is substantial enough, I will for sure get it at the outlet stores, or in this case, list it if I receive it in like a mystery box. So this is a size 2X, and just to reiterate, it's a longer length, more substantial. It has a pretty boho floral print. It's fully lined. That's the thing about clothing that retails for less. I have no hesitation listing it if I find it at the bins, or I just have it in my possession, if it's decent quality. And by that I mean I'm looking for things like it being fully lined, having pockets, the seams don't look like they're about to rip in two, the material feels decent, it's not super sheer. So, but you do stumble into pieces that are like lower end boutique items that just the quality is absolute trash. Shein is an example. That kind of stuff I just refuse to list, because when I want my buyers to be pleasantly surprised, happy to pleasantly surprised every time they open their package. I don't ever want someone to purchase something from me and open it and be disappointed that the quality wasn't as good as they were expecting. So I try to keep a high standard as far as quality goes in my closet. Okay, so for these three pieces, when the buyer bundled them together, the price came out to $87, and she offered me $80, which I was very happy with. I have had all of these dresses listed for 3 to 4 months, so happy to move them out and onto a new home. My earnings were $64, and my profit was around $58 on this bundle. So again, shout out to Courtney. Thank you so much for sending these my way. Let's see if I can get this closed up. I did finally receive an email confirmation that USPS has received my request for the Ground Advantage boxes. So we're making some progress here. A lot of you guys have said that I need to call them, which I think I might do, but I don't know. I guess if I've already gotten the email confirmation, I won't. We'll see. I'll give it a couple more weeks. I've been honestly managing fine with my polymailers. I do have a link to the 2 sizes of polymailers that I'm using in the description of this video. I also have my paper linked. I just unboxed a brand new paper, 500 sheet paper. Okay, now we have another dress, also longer length. This is Abercrombie & Fitch, size small. I picked this up once again at the Austin Goodwill outlet, so this has been listed for around 3 weeks. This was a very popular piece on my Poshmark closet. Lots of traffic, lots of likes. I've had several offers. It buttons up, shirt dress cuts. That is a style of clothing that sells exceptionally well for me. Abercrombie & Fitch is definitely a trending brand, especially with like these really closet staple minimalist pieces, as well as the more trendy stuff like the graphic sweatshirts. This is cotton, it's midi length, it has pockets, it's very flattering. So I was really excited to find this at the bins. And I had this listed for $45. Someone offered me $30. I did counter that to $32 because I wanted to at least make back $25 on this. and she did accept the 32 counter. So my earnings were $25.23. I paid a couple dollars for it, so I made right around 23 in profit on this dress. So love a fast sale. We love a trending brand and style and cut. You guys really want to stay on top of the trends, the trending brands, the trending styles. A big way to do that is to honestly just like scroll around on social media platforms, Poshmark, Instagram, Pinterest, see what the girlies are wearing, all the influencers, what brands are they promoting, and that will give you a pretty good indication. Also, you can do research on the secondhand apps. Like you can go on Poshmark and just search midi dress and uncheck your size so that you're seeing all the sizes, and then just filter by sold and see what brands are recurring. Are there a lot of Abercrombie and Fitch midi dresses selling? Are there a lot of Anthropologie dresses? And you know, just kind of see what current solds are looking like. Okay, next up we have another trending brand. This is a Goldie. These are in a size 23. Yet another grab from the Austin bins. So 3 weeks listed on these guys, and these are the 90s carrot or something like that. Some kind of 90s style. I would say there's definitely still a pretty good demand for this brand as long as you're finding the really trendy styles. I think a few years ago, everything that you would list would like fly out of your closet from this brand, but nowadays I am a little bit pickier. I listed these at 60 and I was offered 51. I did accept that, making my earnings $40.80 and my profit right around $38.80 on these jeans. So I'm very happy with that. The way that I kind of combat a brand that's maybe become oversaturated on the secondhand market, or the demand has just slowed down for whatever reason, is I list on the lower side of comps. So, you know, if there's a ton of these jeans sold for like $55 to $60, but a lot of people have them listed for around like $75 to $100, I will go in and list my pair for $60 because I want to list at a price that they are realistically selling for and move them quickly versus pricing higher and waiting it out, which is a totally fair thing to do if that's your business model. But with this being my full-time job, I like to keep these sales rolling in. And so I prefer the fast nickel over the slow dime kind of thing. Okay, now we have a 4-item bundle. And let's see, I think I'll wrap. Okay, so we first have this Liz Claiborne size 2X 100% merino wool cardigan. This is really cool. So this was an experimental piece. I listed this 2 days ago. I picked it up at the Houston Goodwill outlet last week. I mentioned in the haul video when I showed this that I have rarely picked up Liz Claiborne throughout my reselling career, but I did want to get this piece in particular because it is plus size 2X. It's 100% merino wool, so a higher quality, luxurious material, and it also has such a cool style to it. It has these really long lapels in front that you can drape one over the shoulder and have a draped effect over one shoulder, or you can drape two to have a fully draped front. So very chic and high quality piece here. No flaws, no pilling, no stains, so we love that. And yeah, I'm really happy that this sold quickly. That validates my desire to branch out a little bit into pieces that seem to have a lot going for them, even though maybe they aren't the most desirable brand or whatever. Okay, so that's our first piece. Our second is this Pink Floyd graphic t-shirt in the size 2XL. Again, I listed this 2 days ago, so we have a very quick sale here. This doesn't really surprise me. Band tees always do really well for me, especially if they have additional sellable factors to them like tie-dye print, plus size, excellent condition, popular band, that kind of thing. Okay, so that was our first two pieces. Third is this soft surroundings size extra large velvet button-up lace hem blouse shirt. This is gorgeous. I was really excited to find this. I do still love soft surroundings if the piece is substantial enough, which this I would definitely argue is. I also think this is a newer piece. When I was researching it, I saw that some sizes were still selling on the website, so that always is a good thing. This top sold within 2 days of being listed. This was also in my most recent bins haul. These pants, I would say, took maybe like 6 months to sell. They are the Athleta size 18 Trekkie North Jogger. Athleta pants have for sure slowed down for me. I would say Athleta across the board. I do still pick it up, but I just anticipate it sitting for a bit unless it's like a really sought after style or very new piece. So when the 4 of these pieces were added into a bundle, the price came out to $132 and I was offered $110. I happily accepted that, making my earnings $88. My cost of goods for all 4 pieces were $8, and so my profit on this bundle was $80. So very happy with that. I hope the buyer enjoys her bundle. All right, everybody cross their fingers. I posted a ship with me video a few weeks ago where I put a hat in a polymailer, and you guys were outraged with me, which is fair. I wasn't really thinking about it. Back when we had priority mail, I only shipped hats in boxes, and I should have grabbed an Amazon box to reuse for the hat, but I just really didn't think about it. But yes, I agree. Hats should be shipped in boxes and not polymailers. But luckily it did arrive safely, so that was good. Narrowly missed a problem there. Okay, now we have another bundle. This is 4 items. Our first piece is this dress, midi length, or maybe maxi. I think it's midi length dress by One State. Just this brand is sold at places like Nordstrom and Nordstrom Rack. I don't typically pick up this brand when I see it out shopping, but this particular piece I did want to get because it did remind me of Farm Rio with the very vibrant, colorful leaf print. And this sold within 2 days of being listed. So again, kind of like I was saying with that Liz Claiborne merino wool cardigan, it's always nice to feel like your style radar is going well by picking up pieces for specific reasons and then they sell quickly. Okay, so second piece is a brand, Sunday Best by Aritzia. Really cute satin floral crop top. This also sold. I listed this 2 days ago, as well as the next piece. It's a Tolani kimono. So really happy to see some fast sales here. That is Q4. That's how Q4 typically goes. October, I would say, is generally my best sales month out of the year, is what I typically see. And so I do try to list as much as possible in October. Today is October 31st, so we are on the last day. But November does well also. I think a lot of people, dedicate a certain amount of funds for like Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all the sales. And so they're not really shopping secondhand as much. so sales do kind of slow down for me in November, but you know, it ebbs and flows. Okay, now we have Talani, size medium large. This is so cute. I love the mixed boho prints and the fact that this is long line. So I didn't notice it at the bins, but this did have some stretching at the seams throughout. I do think I still would have picked it up though, because it's really not too noticeable. I obviously did disclose it, and I just listed it lower at $18. If it were flawless, I would have listed for $28 to $30. And last piece is this Zara green, Kelly green cowl front cropped top. Really cute for like a little going out top. I actually got this for myself at the bins, but it was too cropped for me, so I just went ahead and listed it. And I'm glad I did instead of taking it to Plato's Closet, because it did sell on Poshmark. Plato's Closet only offers me usually around like $4 per item. So I have had the Zara crop top now though for maybe like 4 or 5 months, so it has sap. That's okay. So when the 4 items were added to a bundle, the bundle price came out to $78 and I was offered $70. I did accept that, making my earnings $56 and my profit right around $50 on this bundle. So very happy with that. Okay, next up we have yet another piece that I picked up based on style versus brand. So this is by Express, but I guess you could say, well, style and seasonality. I picked this up because we are going into the holiday season. This is a one shoulder puff sleeve, fully sequined top. Very pretty. And this, you know, sequin stuff, this more elaborate kind of stuff from Express does retail for quite a bit. I would say that this probably retailed for around $100. And so I did want to get this at the bins when I found it, and it sold within 2 days. So I had this listed at $30 and it sold full price. My earnings were $24 and my profit was $22. So definitely be on the lookout for holiday tops, sequins, embroidery, velvet, and make sure you're adding your keywords into the listing. I think for this top, I added in New Year's Eve, holiday dinner, birthday, party, cocktail, evening, the whole 9 yards. You gotta get those keywords in because you never know what someone is searching for. Next, we have another holiday top. This is Lane Bryant, size 14-16. Pretty basic sweater, but I did like the ribbed tiered sleeves, and it is very soft and nice. This is the older Lane Bryant tag, so I found this at $1 day at the Family Thrift Center outlet maybe like 6 months ago, and I wanted to get it because I knew that it would probably sell around the holiday season, which it did. It's red. I also like to keep plus sizes stocked in my closet. It was in excellent condition, and so yeah, I am happy with this pickup. I had this listed at $30. Someone liked it, and so my PosherVA sent them out a $27 offer with discount ship. That was accepted, making my earnings $19.79. And my profit was $18.79 on this sweater. So yeah, this makes me want to get out to the bins and find a bunch of Christmas sweaters and sequins and New Year's outfits and get them listed. You really have to capitalize on the current times with this business. If it's springtime, pick up a lot of pastels and linens. If it's summertime, pick up more linens and tank tops and shorts and beach hats. If it's, you know, going into holiday season, red sweaters and sequins. Okay, now we have yet another bundle. This one is 4 items. Our first piece is, let's see. Yes, okay. Our first piece is this maxi dress by the brand Leith. So once again, I did not pick this up for brand. Leith is a house label within Nordstrom. I got this because of the fall floral print. The substantial maxi length, ruffle trim. Wrap dresses are a cut of dress that sells particularly well for me. It's also a great size, extra large, and it was in excellent condition. So for all those reasons, I did excuse me, want to pick up this dress, and this sold within 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, possibly a month. Okay, so that's our first piece. And then second is this J. Jill size large plaid printed ruffle front button up top. I got this at the Family Thrift Center outlet. I want to say it was $2.50. I think I got this on the new inventory day. I've had it listed for maybe like 3 months. Even though it is a little bit less substantial just being a button-up shirt, I did want to get it because J. Jill is a brand that is a consistent seller for me. People seem to be actively searching it out. It's also just a very reputable, reliable brand. I like the plaid print, very academia, preppy, and it did have some fun accents like the ruffle front. Okay, so that's our first two pieces. Third, we have this top that I was actually sent by a subscriber maybe like 6+ months ago, and I thought it was really cute, so I did get it listed. It's like a tunic top with this plaid overshirt, but it is all one piece, and the necklace is attached as well. The brand is HAANI, which once again, I was not concerned with the brand. It was a size large, so good size, and it was in good shape. So I did go ahead and get this listed, and I am happy to see it sell. So that's our third piece. And then lastly, this is so pretty. This has been one of my favorite pieces in my closet. I'm surprised that it has been listed for so long. I've had this for maybe like 6 to 9 months now. The brand is GOX, or no, just Go. Go by Go Silk in a size large. And it's a 100% silk midi length tie-dye printed midi skirt. Is this not like gorgeous? It has a velvet strip at the waistband, and this brand is really expensive. This skirt, I want to say retailed for maybe a couple hundred. I don't know, it's been 6 to 9 months since I did research on this brand, but I do remember being pleasantly surprised by the retail price. You guys tell by my outfit that it's finally cooling down here in Houston. I think it got into the 60s today. So naturally, I had to throw on a beanie and a sweatshirt. I think it is a little bit overkill though because I am kind of toasty, but I'm just so excited to start rocking all of my cute colder weather pieces I've been thrifting. Okay, so for these 4 items, the Leith floral orange printed maxi dress, wrap dress, the J. Jill plaid button-up shirt, the plaid layered shacket tunic top, as well as the silk midi skirt. For all 4, the bundle price came out to $175. I do have an automatic 15% off discount on 3 items or more in my closet. And so that brought the sale price down to $149, and it was purchased at that discounted full price. And so my earnings came out to $117. My cost of goods for everything were $6, and so my profit on this bundle was $111. So really nice items here. Once again, I hope the buyer loves them. Okay. Next, we have yet another 4-item bundle. Is this hilarious or what? Okay, so first is this shacket by the brand Mystery, which is just a boutique kind of brand. But like I was saying earlier, the quality looks good. It's a nice thicker material. It has fringe trims. The stitching and buttons all look nice. And so I did want to get this with this really fun Burberry-esque plaid print, size large. I knew that this would sell quickly, and I listed it just a couple days ago. So we love that. This is like quintessential fall time shacket. You could just throw this over like a white or black top with some leggings and boots, and this would be adorable. Third piece is this scarf that I picked this up in Austin, so 2 to 3 weeks being listed. It's really nice and soft and cozy. It does feel like almost like a cashmere mohair blend, but it is just polyester. The brand is Joy Susan. So yeah, I love getting this lightweight stuff at the bins that takes like no time at all to photograph. Third piece is this little lightweight kimono that did I get this in Austin? I do think I did. Yeah, I did get this in Austin. And I knew that this would sell quickly because I've sold this exact kimono in the past, and it also sold quickly. The really fun boho print does kind of elevate it, and this cut of like lightweight layering piece just does so well this time of year. This one was in excellent condition. Okay, so that's our third piece. And then our final piece for the bundle, another lightweight layering scarf here, is this scarf is by Chico's. Really pretty. Look at the print on this. I think this is gorgeous. And it feels really nice. It's a rayon. It's 100% rayon. It's a newer piece from Chico's. And I mean, really, really pretty. I think this would add such a fun, artsy boho element to an outfit. So I'm going to wrap these three together. The bundle price for these 4 items, all of these plus the shacket, came out to $95, and I was offered $80. I did accept that, making my earnings $64. My cost of goods for everything was $7, and so my profit was $57 on this bundle. Okay, this one looks a little bit heftier. Let's see if we can manage. I say that every time and then it works out fine. Okay, nailed it. And now second, I might have to do that thing where I double up the poly mailer, which is fine. Well, I don't know. No, I think we're fine actually. That's so funny. These poly mailers surprise me every time in a good way, not in a bad way. Okay, perfect. Throw my label on there. All right, second to last sale to ship out today is a kids clothing set, little 2-piece set. Really cute. This is a ribbed organic cotton set from Quinn, which is, yes, 100% organic cotton, 5 years. Quinn is a good children's brand. I liked the color on this, and they both pieces seem brand new. So had to get this. I actually found this in a stack of higher end kids clothing. It was all like Quinn, and I'm forgetting what other brands, but I grabbed all of it. I gave a lot of it to my friends who either have kids or are pregnant. And I mean, it was some really nice stuff. So I do love that I'm able to do that for my friends and I did sell some stuff. I sold the older sizes because my friends don't have older kids, but yeah, it's all been selling well. I sold the first set for like $22. It was really cute. It was like a little mushroom printed set. That was also by Quinn, but that was like a bamboo material, very soft. And this one was the second to sell for. I listed it at 25. I got an offer of 15, which I just accepted. This is so lightweight, and I just quickly flat laid it. It took me like a couple minutes to get listed. My earnings were 12 and my profit was 10. And our very last sale to package up today, this is very fitting. We are ending out on yet another bundle, a 3-item bundle. Our first piece is this dress by Lane Bryant, size 16. This is another piece that I got, not based on brand. I have mentioned to you guys that Lane Bryant has been kind of sitting for me, but I for sure wanted to get this piece in particular because it's a maxi length. It's that really nice gauzy cotton that a lot of people love and search out. It has embroidered details and tassels. The waist tie was still attached. It's in excellent condition, fully lined, so really nicely made. I mean, this dress has everything going for it. So, and this sold, I picked it up at the bins. It sold within 2 days. Just listed it. So we love that. I would say if you guys are wanting more bundles in your closet, you should make sure that you have a bundle discount applied. You just go to, I think it's like account settings, and say that you want a bundle discount bundle in your closet. I have 15% off 3 items or more because it encourages larger bundles, but you can really do whatever you want. I think for a long time I had 10% off 2 items, but I do see more bundles with the 3-item choice. And I also list a lot of brands, styles, cuts that overlap with each other. I do a lot of like boho, lag and look, career, a lot of the same brands, Anthropologie, Free People. So I would say that I definitely do have a curated closet. I do, you know, here and there list outlier pieces that don't really fit, but they kind of sell on their own. They don't sell in bundles. And then everything else, you know, people do tend to bundle up. I think shopping at the bins is very conducive to having bundles in my closet because I'm able to find and list a lot of lighter weight pieces, like all of those scarves I just shipped, the kimonos, belts, hats, and it's easy to just add those into a bundle. Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on bundle listings. Okay, this is one of my favorite finds in a while. It's a 2-piece Maggie May set from Free People. Adorable linen cotton blend shorts and shirt with this cottagecore prairie floral block print. Both size extra large, excellent condition, just so cute. And did I say I listed these sold within 2 days as well, this set. Okay, and lastly is this embroidered top by Andre by Unit in a size 1X. I've had this listed for maybe like 3 or 4 months. This brand does sell relatively well for me, Andre by Unit. They do a lot of like Johnny Was-esque pieces, but the quality is decent, and so I do pick it up when I find it, especially in plus sizes, and if the embroidery or style is particularly cute. So for these 3 together, the Lane Bryant maxi dress, or midi dress, I think actually, the Free People set, and this embroidered brown shirt, the bundle price came out to $129. And I was offered $95. I did counter that to $115, and then she countered me back to $105. I did counter her again to 110. I wanted 60 for the Free People set, or no, I wanted 65 for the Free People set, and I wanted 30 for the Lane Bryant dress because they were both newly listed items. So because they were so newly listed, I do keep in mind my rock bottom price when someone is offering me a bundle offer. I keep in mind my individual rock bottom price on the newer pieces so that I can make sure that the sale price isn't just getting lost in the bundle kind of thing. And so yeah, I wanted 65 for the Free People set, 30 for the Lane Bryant midi dress, and then I didn't really care too much about the Andre by Unit top because I've had that for a while now. And so for the two, that comes out to 95. I was basically just trying to get a small profit on the Andre by Unit brown shirt. She went silent when I countered her at 110, so I did re-offer her 105, and she accepted that. So my earnings were 84. My cost of goods were 8 for everything, and so my profit came out to $76 on this bundle. And with that, we are finished shipping out for today. I will get these into a poly mailer. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please feel free to leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all.